Welcome to this edition of Chalk Talk. Okay, so here we are on a 5-on-6 scenario. We're down a player, and the other team is on offense, and some things to think about. Talked about earlier, we want to try and make as much of it as black and white as possible. When there's certain scenarios you're running into a number of times over and over. As a coach, you want to be able to convey to your players what they should be running, and as a player, you want to know what you're supposed to do in each situation. Okay, so that's more of a communication. If you're a player and you're in this position, and let's say the ball gets thrown and an overpass, it goes over this player's hand, it goes into the corner, I should know what to do. Okay, so whether you have a game plan that you don't do anything, that's fine. That can be what you do. Or if there's a bad pass, every player knows that they go up into the lane, and all of a sudden overpass, this player comes into the lane, this player comes back, everyone goes over, and all of a sudden we're in a full press, leaving the ball over here, and then the next thing to discuss is, okay, this player goes and gets the ball. How long do you stay in this press? He starts to come in, or she starts to come in with the ball, or a lot of times a player will just sit out here at the lower level of the game and not really do anything, and everyone's pressed and they want to throw the ball, and then the time will expire and the player will come even. But as this player starts to come in, you've got to know when, okay, we're going to come home, this player's going to come back, we're all going to come into a normal 5-on-6 defense, and then go from there. So that's a good way to maybe just have a rule on your team. Any bad pass, everyone presses away initially for a few seconds, and that can earn you an extra 3 or 4 seconds on defense, which is really valuable. Okay, we can talk about another thing on 5-on-6 defense. When a team is rotating into a 3-3, if this player is wrapping up, are we following this player? What's this player going to do? You have to know what exactly your role is and your responsibility is from the defensive end. Okay, so a lot of times you'll see a play where this player will rotate up, and the ball will come over here, and this player will go attack this player, and they'll simply lob the ball right over, and there's no coordination, and this player will catch the ball and shoot it. So you can do one of two things. You can say that, well, if this player rotates up into the pocket, okay, we talked about areas of responsibility. Now this player's responsible, and you're going to stay back, and you'll never let the ball come over your head, and this is still your player. Or you can have a situation where you say, no, you're going to attack, and this player needs to be here immediately, okay, and it's this player's responsibility. The last thing you want to have on 5-on-6 defense is a goal is scored, and no one's really sure whose fault it was, what was they supposed to do. So as you're going over the plays that other teams might run, things you see quite often, and as a player, if you don't know what you're exactly supposed to do, it's your responsibility to ask the coach, in this situation, this happens, what am I supposed to do? And as a coach, you have to be prepared to have the answer. If every once in a while, maybe you don't know the exact answer, and you're going to say, you know what, let me think about that. I want to make sure we're all on the right page, we have the right system, and then you can all get on the same page for the next time.